In this video, we look at Nigeria's journey to gain majority ownership of its mineral resources, leading to the establishment of Africa's largest company by assets. Later in this video, we examine the urgent need for African nations to assert control over their wealth. In response to prevailing foreign dominance after independence, the Nigerian federal government in 1972, led by Yakubu Gowon, initiated a paradigm shift termed indigenization. This initiative aimed to enhance local participation in economic ownership, control, and management as a pragmatic countermeasure. Within 1 year of the indigenization process, the Nigerian government acquired 35% shares in a joint venture with the major oil companies. The following year, 1974, the same administration pressed for further recognition and increased Nigeria's shares in the company from 35% to 55%. And 4 years later, in 1979, a subsequent government led by General Olusegun Obasanjo raised Nigeria's share from 55% to 60%. Feeling that still wasn't enough, Nigeria later in the year decided to nationalize all of British BP shares in the country's oil company. With that, Nigeria's share rose from 60% to an unprecedented 80% shares. Nigeria progressively asserted its ownership in oil enterprises. This bold maneuver not only secured a substantial portion of the nation's natural resources wealth, but also set precedent unmatched in Africa. So, in addition, Nigeria also asserted influence over foreign oil giants operating within the country. Security significant shares in companies such as Chevron, Total Energies. These strategic maneuvers consolidated Nigeria's control over its economic lifelines and reshaped global oil commerce dynamics. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) stands as cornerstone of Nigeria's oil and gas industry, often recognized as the largest company in Africa, established in 1977. So NNPC has played a pivotal role in managing Nigeria's vast petroleum resources, driving exploration, production, and distribution of activities in the country. Through NNPC, Nigeria has historically partnered with Western oil companies such as Shell, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Total, and Eni through joint venture agreements to explore the produce of oil and gas in the country. So through this joint venture, NNPC collaborates with the international partners to share resources, expertise, and technology for oil and gas exploration and production activities. So Nigeria has gradually increased in its ownership stakes in the joint venture, moving from minority to majority ownership in many cases. For instance, let's say for instance, NNPC owns majority ownership, typically 60% or more, in joint ventures such as the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company (NPDC), which operates several oil blocks previously owned by Western oil companies. So strategic partnerships and equity swaps. In some instances, Nigeria has utilized strategic partnership and equity swaps to increase its ownership in oil and gas assets. As an example of this is Strategic Alliance Agreement (SAAs) signed between NNPC and international oil companies, allowing for the exchange of assets and equity participation to enhance Nigerian stakes in specific projects. Today, NNPC Limited stand as a towering figure in the African business landscape, earning acclaim as the continent's largest company by asset size, with asset value at approximately $60 billion. NNPC Limited commands a formidable presence in the uh, process in the energy sector, both domestically and internationally. Taking ownership of mineral resources is crucial for African countries for several compelling reasons. Here is an extensive exploration of why this is so. Economic empowerment. So, mineral resources represent significant economic potential for African countries. By taking ownership of these resources, nations can harness their wealth to drive economic growth, create jobs, and alleviate poverty. When controlled by foreign entities, much of the revenue generated from resources extraction often leaves the country, depriving it of essential funds for development. Owning and managing mineral resources is fundamental to ascertain sovereignty and anatomy and autonomy, allowing allowing foreign companies to control these resources can undermine a nation's independence as decision about resource extraction and allocation may be influenced by the interests by uh by influenced by external interests. Don't forget, you are not the only one who needs to know more about how Nigerian gets the giant of Africa. So please share this video, like this video, and also make a comment on the video. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that whenever I'm dropping the updates, you'll be the first person to know more about it. Thank you. My name is Ahmed Ido from Monarch Properties Limited. I help people to grow financially on this YouTube channel.